Welcome back to another episode of the Couch Talk. You're listening and watching to Stuck in the Middle podcast. Don't forget to check out www.sitmpodcast.com for exclusive merch. That's the merch that drives this machine, and we're going to keep it going. Today I got a couple guests with me, some good men. Been having great conversations. It's important that we talk about this topic, but I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves first. Go ahead.
My name is Jeremy Lucas. Basically, I started helping people with credit. I'm also a real estate agent. Do accounting full time, so I'm a numbers guy. But I just started seeing the importance of credit, financial literacy. I know it's something we didn't learn in school, something nobody likes to talk about. And me and my boy right here, we've been bouncing that off each other since, we were like freshmen in colleges. So
do we still gotta say pause or no? We all pause.
Yeah, we can throw a couple pauses in there. But don't forget to give them the social media handle.
Yeah, so my social media handle is credit_kingpin_Ben official. We just helping people with their credit, helping people get their mindset right so they can understand how this game works. And it's my boy Dion right here.
Yep, Dion Moore. Thanks for having us again. My handle is His Majesty _5611. I gotta throw some credit on there soon. By day, I work for the government. I manage contracts and grants for the federal government by way of finance. At night, I'm a real estate agent as well as Jay, and also do credit restoration. So my passion is probably credit restoration and real estate game. We both have done some flips in Atlanta, and I'm working on doing some flips up here right now and putting some teams together. And Jeremy and I are gonna do one together too. And I guess I would go with that for right now. In terms of introduction.
That's what's up. So, as you can see, they both introduced themselves and they talked about credit, right? This is all about credit and finances. The biggest thing for me, the reason why I think it's important for us to talk about credit is because we're now approaching that age. A lot of millennials, some Gen X's, some Gen Y's, some people, we all mixed in together, right? We working on credit. 2020, everybody coming like, new year, new me, I'm trying to fix my credit, right? So I guess my first question is, why is credit so important? And I'm gonna throw it over here to Jeremiah.
Man, credit is so important, man. It's basically like the foundation of your life, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't got good credit, you basically going to limit yourself on opportunities. Like, you got to think credit is necessary for everything. You buy a house, you want to buy a car, you want to get a job, they running your credit. You know what I'm saying? Anything you do, you got to have credit for everything, unless you're going to have the cash for everything. And if you're smart enough, even if you got the cash, you don't want to use your own money. So credit is about, having a basically a security blanket in case anything ever goes wrong, or anytime you ever want to make some money, somebody else's money, you got your credit. And it's just very important. Like, I honestly look at people's credit score, some people I don't know their credit score, but when people voice their credit score, it let me know what type of person I'm dealing with, honestly, because just having bad credit or a low credit score is not everything, but if they're not working to better that situation, that let me know who I'm dealing with, you know what I'm saying?
Off the break.
Like, so, not to cut you off, but Dion, talk about some ways that we can improve credit, like just give different options, not necessarily what you would advise, but just different options.
Okay,
for the working individual.
I'm always one of those people where I try to start off, I build a list of what I want to do and where my goals are, and I always go with the easiest thing. So the easiest thing is showing up. And in terms of credit, showing up is knowing what your credit score is. A lot of people are hiding their credit score from themselves, which is crazy. It's like you can't look at the mirror. Some people can't look at themselves in the mirror, and this is the same thing. I ask people, when's the last time you seen a credit report? Oh, I don't really know, a year or two. That's crazy. You're hiding. It's messed up, or some things on there that you're not proud of. We all have moments in our lives we're not proud of them. Do you still get up and every day and shower? Do you still brush your teeth, look in the mirror? Yes, you do. You got to treat your credit the same way, because like you said, it's vitality. It's your credit, everything. is first of all looking at your credit report. After that, I would talk to someone who's an expert in credit. Luckily, you have Jeremy and I here who are experts in credit. We're not going to judge you because we've had a benefit of always having pretty good credit and great credit, but we also understand our parents have been through situations where their credit wasn't always good. So we've had to coach our mothers to have good credit. So we've seen the bottom, we've seen the middle, and we've seen the top. And so I would say you reach out to an expert. After that, you need to really take stock of where you are, and you got to really write your plan down. My biggest, I guess, adversity with people getting their credit together is they say they want good credit, but they're not ready to put the work in or make the sacrifice. And without the sacrifice, and if you're not ready to put the work in, then it's a non-starter. So I would say really taking stock of what your credit is, looking at your credit report. After that, getting with the experts. The experts gonna walk you through it, and they're not gonna take a lot to do it. We've helped people build their credit for free. So don't be scared. Reach out. Don't be embarrassed. We all on the team. We gonna run because we gonna make money together. That's what we want you to have good credit because we want to make money with you. So we gonna make money together. So I would say improving your credit is getting with an expert, a real expert, people who can show you receipts. We can show you our receipts. I can show you right now. Pull up. I got 815 on my credit score. I can show you. So make sure they can show you the work. You know what I mean? Get with an expert, and then they're gonna help you run through it.
Well, sometimes when it comes to this topic of credit, it can be a hindrance, right? You talk about people who are ashamed of their credit scores, people that don't want to go out there and do the work, right? So where does it all start? How early is too early to begin working on your credit, or is it ever too
never
late?
Too early. Him and I started, I think, 16 or 17 years old. Our mothers put us as like authorized users on the credit cards.
For me, I wasn't on.
I was okay. I always make my story his stories, man. That's what you do. You damn near brothers. So my bad. Well, my mother made me authorized user at probably 17. I never forget. She had a green Capital One card. And I was like, Mom, what you doing? She's like, I'm gonna put you on here. I'm gonna get you some credit. She called me Stink. I'm gonna get you some credit, Stink. I'm like, all right, whatever. So when I was 18, I walked into college. I had over 7. I think I had like a 705 or 710 credit score. Like, I guess I'm doing good. And then I got in college, and I've always been a hard worker, so I made sure whatever I spent, I paid it right back. Credit score kept going up, and I remember in college, you don't really have a lot of money like that. We had a couple dollars in college, but I didn't, like you said, we didn't want to use our cash, so I had a Ford Mustang. It was a piece of crap. You remember, the Ford stands for Fix or Repair Daily. Now, Fords are better now, so don't even matter. I'm not trying to get sued on this podcast or get on no trouble. So Ford, you could go buy one now, but back then, the Mustang, you remember, it was breaking down all the time. And so I always had to fix this Mustang, but I loved it. It's because it's something I worked for. So I remember my credit card always bailed me out of this situation. So in college, I always was afloat because I had credit. It's vital at any age, but I implore you to start it immediately, whether you're 80 years old or 18 years old. So it's never too early and it's never too late. Because, I mean, credit can help you if you're in a medical situation later on in life. So it's just, it's vitality. You need it. It's mission critical.
So, Jeremy, at times, a lot of times we live in an age where it's about what do you bring to the table, and credit is an important factor in that. Mm-hmm. Tell me from your experience. Yeah. Tell me about a time. Let me ask you this question. You all have done credit repairs. Yeah. My first question to you is, what gender do you feel struggles with credit the most?
Man, I'm going to say it's a mix
of both. It's equal.
It's honestly equal.
Because ego's involved. There's a lot of ego involved.
Yeah, so, I mean, I would say it's both male and women, but
facts.
A lot of times I think the women are less scared to get started with it to, kind of let you know, hey, I'm in a problem. I want to fix this. With guys are more masculine, so they might not want to come get help from another man as quickly as a woman would want to come get some guidance.
True, especially if you're their peer. If you grew up, if you're their peer, they definitely,
y'all from the same cloth, but now you got some knowledge to drop some jewels on people, but they always know you from being around the way.
Exactly. Or if they older too, it's really, they're like, man, it's a younger
what you gonna teach me?
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's that's a tough question. I mean, because I see both.
But the women, I do feel like the women do step up a lot more with it. And once they're ready, like, all right, I'm focused on this. I'm gonna get this done. And I kind of liken that to how when you break up with a girl, or you know you breaking up with a girl. A lot of men, we make sure before we end it all totally, we got something else on the backup. Whereas women, they gonna say, you know what, I'm committed to. I'm gonna better myself. I'm gonna go start a new project. I'm gonna lose some weight. I'm not dating anybody for a year. I'm gonna be celibate. Yada yada yada. Dude might be celibate for 8 hours because that's just where you at with it. Whereas women, I'm locked in. So when a woman says she can get her credit together, she really gonna get her credit together. With a brother might be like, man, I'm alright.
You gonna get distracted.
Exactly.
Get on, gonna fall off.
Exactly.
Man, I need to get back.
Exactly. So probably the women are more, probably a little more on it, man.
So let me ask you this: do you think good credit, is a requirement when dating? Not being married, not being, in a relationship for 5 years. When you starting out, when you meet somebody, getting to know somebody, do you think good credit is a requirement when dating?
Yes,
Man,
absolutely,
definitely, man.
Elaborate for me.
I mean, basically, I worked so hard to maintain my credit. Like I said, we were flipping houses in Atlanta. Jeremy's about to sell his now. I sold mine as is. If credit wasn't that vital, I could have let the house go at the time. Because we ran into some crooks down there, what they say, Atlanta, home of the scammers, and we love Atlanta, but it got a lot of scammers down there. We could have let that go that way, but we did not because I knew how vital my credit was, and because of having that good credit, I was able to maintain my relationship. And at the time, I had a girlfriend, I guess, whatever, and because of my credit, I was able to maintain that and stay afloat. And so my point is, what I'm saying is, even in dating, is critical. In a situation, no matter what you're going through financially. So if you dating somebody and everything's going good, and then a couple months later they fall on bad times, they don't got credit to back them up, it's pretty much over. There's no more dinner dates. You damn sure ain't going on vacation.
Gifts.
Yeah, it's
Valentine's Day, Christmas,
right?
It's all over.
And so you might, and so people will call that a gold digger, but not really. You kind of met her, so you got to keep up with. You met her on this, you were doing this, you were courting her like this. You got to keep that up. Now, if y'all married down the line, then yeah, your wife or your girlfriend of whatever a couple years should have your back when you fall on some hard times. But initially dating, nah, everybody got to come right.
You'll turn somebody off.
Yeah, if you're not coming with at least I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm bougie with it now with my young ladies. You gotta come with a 720, 730, 740, 750. I can't really talk to you. Not like that.
Now let's fix it.
Exactly.
Because you don't need to be in my circle. How am I gonna have kids with somebody or take somebody serious? I don't even want like friends around me with bad credit scores because it's an issue.
Yeah.
Either you got an income issue, you got a discipline issue, or you just don't want to do what it takes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want like male friends, buddies who don't have their shit together, and it's one thing to not have it together and be working towards it and coming to get knowledge like, hey, what do I gotta do? Because it's very simple. Like credit is, I fix some people credit in 3 to 5 months.
I just got somebody in 30 days.
It's not a long. I take people credit score. We take people credit scores up sometime 150 points in 30 days, 40 days.
Yeah.
So it's no excuse.
So it means you're lazy and you're gonna be lazy in dating.
Exactly.
So
it's going
you showing me a lot right now. You lazy in dating. I'm not messing with my lazy.
Look,
I need you to be ready to go. We gotta get going.
It's going to transcend to every area, every aspect of your life. If somebody is lazy with their credit score, they're gonna be lazy in the gym. They're gonna be lazy to start their own business. They're gonna be lazy in bed. They're gonna be lazy to cook. Like it's just
everything.
Like that Mamba mentality. You gotta have that with everything. You know what I'm saying?
Kobe.
Like, and now I really understand it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that competitive thing within yourself and with life. Period. Like me and him. That's why we always bounce stuff off each other. Because growing up, it was like we was always competing with each other.
Yep.
We wasn't even looking at everybody else. We just looking at what each other doing. Like, oh, you doing this? Oh, you traveling now? Oh, I'm gonna do that. Oh, you doing?
And we always been up and down. Like I had my bag, then he was like, "Oh nah, this Dion can't give me like this." I'm like, "Oh, you making what? Oh, I gotta go get my money now. He ain't gonna give me like this." And so it just kept going and kept going.
Yeah, so you gotta have that competitive, and you should have that with your partner. Like y'all should be able to, like, be competitive as far as
healthy
like
competition. Yeah,
and it's like an accountability thing. Like you're not gonna want to be around somebody that's winning and you ain't showing them you winning too, or you not winning too, and y'all should be taking tips off each other. Like I'm like, oh, you winning? How you doing this? What's this? Oh, all right. Now I can grasp this. Oh, here's how I'm winning. Let's put this together.
Yeah.
We mess around and duplicate this with 100 people.
Yeah.
We have a whole empire out here.
And this is what the assumption, I guess, you're dating with a purpose. Because you dating with a purpose, then your credit gotta be A1. Y'all can't even buy a home together. What can you do? You can't even get an apartment.
So then my follow up question to that is, so when is it appropriate to ask when you're dating?
Shucks, I asked you in the first.
Man.
I asked you first 5 minutes.
Wow.
Hey,
Oh yeah, I'm at your neck.
If you comfortable enough for me to spend my money, I should be comfortable enough to ask a question. Because honestly, dating, this is why it's hard for guys like me myself, because I'm a single guy. So imagine if I go on a date with somebody and I really want certain questions so I can see if this the person out. Your first date's an interview,
man.
Honestly,
what?
You know what I'm saying, and the man is paying for that.
Yeah.
So if certain things are triggered on that interview, where I see like you're not a go getter, you're not a grinder, you're not willing to make your situations better. You know what I'm saying? It's not all about looks, but it's sometimes how you carry yourself, how you treating other people around. Because I judge people sometimes by how they, not that how they treating me, because that could be a fake, but how they treating the bus boys and the bar backs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just so important. You know what I'm saying? And I will break it out. You know, sometimes it ends up, I might not break. It's not like it's a all the time thing where I break that question out on the first date, but you know it'll end up coming up.
And it's funny,
and it does come up sometimes because they know what I do.
Of course, exactly.
And they'll probably ask me, "Well, what's your credit score?"
If credit ain't coming up on the first day with us, then we ain't doing our jobs. So we slacking for real. You know what I mean? And it's funny, I've had young ladies. They'll send me their credit score or they'll send me their improvement. So it's really motivational, honestly.
So how do you propose that question, because without someone taking offense to it?
Honestly, I'm so comfortable with myself. I don't care if you take offense. I'm done with you taking offense. I don't really care because I know I'm not disrespectful. So I'm never gonna disrespect you. I'm gonna always treat you like a lady or a man, whatever you. I'm not dating men, obviously, but whoever I'm in a conversation with, I'm gonna just like, hey man, you know, if everything straight with your credit, everything Gucci, you good out here? Like, you just say it like casually. And like, I mean, I don't think that's kind of personal. Woo woo. Okay, what's personal for you to be here? You know, and I'm a kind of on the first date. Yeah,
yo, it's personal for you to be here.
Yeah, we know where we're going with this, right? And I'm a guy on the first date. In the restaurant, I'm sitting next to you. I don't do that whole you across the table. No, I'm right next to you. I want to see how you smell. I want you to smell me too. So I paid for this cologne. So let's get close. And credit is close.
Okay.
So I think we gotta get out of that, and I think in the black community especially, we so worried about offending somebody with the wrong things. But on Instagram, you put up somebody in a thong all day or whatever. You put all kind of ratchet stuff. You ain't worried about offending nobody with that. But when it comes to your credit and making money, we all kind of we tiptoeing through it. We on a tightrope with it. No, keep that same energy.
So y'all worked on thousands of credit restorations. I'm gonna start with Jeremy, and then I want to hear from you as well.
My man.
What has been the craziest credit scenario you've seen, heard, dealt with, anything along those lines?
Well, a lot of times, and this kind of go back to relationships, but a lot of times people credit score be messed up because they co-sign for their spouse or their boyfriend or their girlfriend. So a lot of people come to me and they're like, man, I got this repossession on my car. I had co-signed the car for my girlfriend name, or they just say they co-signed the car for their boyfriend, and they broke up and he stopped making the payments, and now their credit suffered. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to know who you're dealing with, because if you co-sign for somebody's car, it's in both of y'all names. So that means they not only messing their credit up, but they messing your credit up too. So that's why credit's so important, and that's why it's important to ask that question, because if a person got a poor credit score and at one point y'all go joint on a house when y'all getting married, and they don't want to pay the house once the relationship's over, they don't feel like they want to pay half because they got the wrong end of the deal, they think it's y'all fault, they broke up.
No, they mad, they don't care about themselves, they now going to sacrifice you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm taking the whole plane down. Everybody going
not paying nothing. Now you gonna pay this all yourself when you used to split in half.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important, man. And you know, I have seen it like tear down some relationships. So you know, it's definitely so important.
So credit is definitely a deal breaker.
Oh man,
definitely.
What?
Even if somebody come to me with a business proposal, like, hey, let's buy some houses, let's get some money together. What you trying to do? First thing I'm gonna say, show me your credit score
now,
because if you got a poor credit score, that's gonna show me that either you owe people and you don't got the money, because if you did have the money, you would have paid them.
Pay him.
Or you pay people late, and that means we got a business deal.
Yeah.
Anything can go south, and it's showing you just don't have no money.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you? Crazy scenario.
Mine's, and I'm not gonna use any names, obviously. And I guess I'm not gonna say where they went because the person anyway. Basically, I've seen people vacation, and I'm talking about lavish vacations, and then their credit score is in the 400 or 500s, and they literally are on the vacations that Jay-Z and Beyonce be on, and the vacations that I'm aspiring to. And so I'm like just perplexed eternally about it, because I know what it costs to vacation, and I know what it costs to get your credit right. And so I'm like, you can do both, but you're picking to vacation and to stun on Instagram versus fixing your credit, and that's mind blowing to me. Yeah, I mean, every day you just hear something crazy. I guess the other ones would be, I used to work at a spot called Mariner Finance or whatever, and we used to do finance deals where sometimes the rates could be over 20-something%. I've seen a lot of local stars are our clients. Yeah, so you might have to get some NDAs out here. We have to get some non-disclosure soon. But yeah, I've seen some people who all the way in the toilet, and they IG pop, man. They local celebrities. They coastal celebrities. I guess they got hit songs and nominated for Grammy type situations. So I can't even sort of call that local celebrity. Now they might be local because they're not as popping anymore. But this was 7, 8 years ago. And then I guess the other ones would be, I see a lot of people who make 6 figures, and they are literally beyond. They're not up to their neck in debt. They are above their head in debt, and they cannot stop spending. There's nothing you can tell them to make them quit, and people are in complete denial about who they are. And a lot of people, like today, I had a phone conversation with a young lady today, and she was talking about, I gotta stop buying Starbucks. I gotta stop eating out every day. And I said, well, what you mean, eating lunch? She's like, yeah, Starbucks. I'm like, I gotta start saving. I said, saving on Starbucks and lunch? I said, you don't make enough. You have an income issue. She said, no, I don't. I make more than enough. I said,
what you make?
I said, Starbucks? I said, you don't have any children. I said, so you mean to tell me once you have kids, you ain't gonna need coffee to wake up in the morning? Because you ain't sleeping that often. So hold on, you ain't thought this through yet, have you? Or you gonna put the burden on your husband? So I'm thinking, I'm listening to all of this because that's how my mind's spinning now. It's that interview stage. And so
let me not cut you off.
Wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to be clear to all the ladies that are watching this. This is not an attack on y'all.
No, brothers got the same. No, yes, brothers, same guilty.
We had 2 ladies scheduled for today's show, but unfortunately they ran into some issues. So I just want to be clear before y'all come attacking us and killing us and saying we badgering women with credit issues and anything like that. No,
anybody can get it.
This is all about credit. This is, we are on this podcast, we talk about our experiences, and we try to advise people on what to do. This is all about getting your credit right. So ladies, do not take offense.
No, we love you, baby.
I'm bigging up the ladies.
Hey, we love you, baby.
I got so many women on my team, like, for real, I be leading them, man.
They right.
I be showing them how to really do stuff. I used to give away $400 a month on Instagram and Facebook via what's that app? Cash App. They shut my app down because I was giving away $400 a day to single mothers. I mean, not a day, $400 a month to single mothers. Every time I would get paid from credit repair, I'd give away $100 a week. I pick like 4 or 5 mothers, get them $20, $25 a week just in lunch money, just giving back. You know what I'm saying? So.
Kind of talk about that a little bit. So both of y'all got y'all own separate things, right? Kind of talk about how you got into credit, like the whole story about getting into credit. Right, go ahead, bro. Go for it. So yeah,
might be just a small. Yeah, that's probably only a little left.
So yeah, kind of talk about how you got into it, how you were introduced to it, and then how do you get people to join your team?
All right, so basically, my mother basically taught me about credit, but she didn't really dive into it. She told me at 16, she was like, you need to get a credit card, and I'm not co-signing anything for you. Just put a little bit of
same.
She was like, I'm not co-signing anything for you because I had that issue with your father when he didn't pay stuff.
No, this.
So
I'll take this. Thank you. Take that.
Oh yeah, I don't need none.
You can tell we're not in the restaurant industry.
But
Chase is right here.
so she told me about credit simply on the strength that she was like, I'm never co-signing nothing for you. And then once I got to college, basically at school, I was the bank. So when people needed money or they didn't have money, they would come to me and say, hey man, let me borrow $50. I'd be like, cool, here go 50, give me 75. Here go 100, give me 150. Here go 200, I need 350. You know what I'm saying? So I was the bank, and of course they had the money because their parents is wiring money on payday, but they can't make it to that next payday. So that's when I started seeing what interest was. I was looking at credit card. I was getting my credit cards in the mail. I was seeing what interest was. I was like, I didn't even know what it was, and I called the bank. I was like, why y'all charging me $17 for interest? They was like, because you didn't pay the bill off on time. If you pay it off every month, you won't have interest. So I started saying that interest is what I was making for loaning people money. So why would I pay the bank that? So that's when I started learning how to take advantage of 0% interest offers and stuff like that. And my mother didn't understand that yet. She just knew pay your bills on time every month. So I showed her the game, taught her how to do it. She started seeing her credit limits going through the roof, her score improving. And she just kept being like, yo, you need to show your community this. I kept hearing this for years. And I was just like, I don't got time to do community service. I got a full-time job. I'm trying to do other hustles. You know what I'm saying? 2 years ago, I became a real estate agent. So I was like, I'm trying to sell homes. I ain't got time to do community service. She was like, man, you need to find a way to help your people and maybe you could make some money off of it. So me and him, we on a vacation.
We in DR. He used to be they used to call you the president of DR.
Man,
I was the mayor or the governor or something.
We was in Dominican Republic with my punk ass cousin. Excuse my language.
Oh yeah, he following me now too. So yeah, this for you, boy. Sucker.
We was in the Dominican with him, and he asked us how much we paid for our flights. We was like $26, $27. He paid like $800. So he couldn't understand. Of course, he ain't had no credit at the time, so he didn't know what we was doing. And we shared with him how we get these credit card miles by opening up credit cards and stuff. And, you know, he was just so stunned by the situation. I was like, man, my mother been telling me I need to make some money, like helping people with this stuff. So he told me his cousin was with this company that we are currently with, doing credit restoration, helping people with their credit. And all we simply do is when people come to us and they want their credit fixed, we refer them to the company. The company's doing the work. We just guide them on how to build their credit. The company's going to help them remove the negative items like late payments, collections, bankruptcies, repossessions, anything that's negative inquiries. It don't matter what it is. The company's going to remove that. We just refer them to the company. We show them what accounts to open. Some people can't get any credit cards because their credit's so bad, but we have credit cards that are guaranteed to approve you. Then we could put your rent on your credit report. Yeah. We could give you different accounts to put on your credit report, start raising your score. So some people raise their score in 30 days.
So it's all about finessing.
Yeah.
Finessing the credit.
Legally.
Legally. All legal. But we don't get this education in our formal school system. They didn't teach us this. Nope. You know why? Because if we knew this information, we wouldn't borrow as much money.
Dangerous.
Or we wouldn't pay as much for these items because we wouldn't have 20% interest rates. Everybody would get zero. When I first bought I bought a Nissan Maxima, the same car I got now. I bought it 9 years ago. Walked in there, no bank statements, no money down. This was 9 years ago. No bank statement, no money down, no proof of nothing. Run my credit score. They ran my credit score. They said, oh, he can get anything you want. Gave me a $35,000 car with 0.9%
He was in college. That's an important antidote, you know, to put with
exactly. So that's why it's just always been so important, always on our mind. And you know, that's how I got into it. I reached out to his cousin after he told me about his cousin was doing the same thing I'm telling me. I'm telling him my mother's pushing me to do. I reached out to her, never got a response. Reached out to another lady who was with the company. She started mentoring me, started showing me how I work.
He found her on LinkedIn. That's an important thing to say.
On LinkedIn.com. I just searched the company, sent her a message. She hit me up, told me about it.
Shout out to Ro Jones.
Man, shout out to Rashonda Jones.
Ro Jones,
man. And
the Detroit too.
That's what literally changed my life. You know what I'm saying? It took me from depending on.
A
I never
job.
really depended
Nah,
on it. I
yeah,
never really
but-
depended on a job, but
Comfortability in a job.
exactly,
Being comfortable with a job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It made me aspire to be an entrepreneur and gave me an avenue to help people and make money and bring on other business partners, give them the same ability to make money helping people, because of course anything that I know I'm sharing with my whole team. That's why I call my LLC, I call it One Deep. Literally, I started off by myself.
Hey, yeah.
Nobody, none of my friends would join. He told me about it, and he didn't even join. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
I'm gonna tell my father that story later.
I had a chip on my shoulder.
He always tell this
I had a
story.
chip on my shoulder, like, man, I'm one deep. You know what I'm saying? But it all ended up coming together because, like it used to be a famous brand out here say we are one, but that's how I started carrying it. Like, we are one deep. Like I got 180 agents that's doing the same thing I'm doing, but we all are one. He gonna know as much as me. I'm gonna know as much as him.
Yeah.
It's a network, so we strengthen everybody. We gonna teach everybody as much as we know, regardless if
Yeah.
we're flipping houses,
Yeah.
real estate, credit. I'm an accountant. You know what I'm saying? He been doing budget and finance, so
Yeah.
we helping people budgeting.
I get my
save
stock tips
money.
out. He know I've been buying gold and silver, Apple, everything. So I give you all my moves. You come on in, you and I fold, and it ain't a lot of money to get in the fold. It ain't, and we ain't making no money off of it. So yeah.
Lastly, what are some credit myths that's out there, right? So I'm gonna provide mine, right?
Okay,
My myth.
okay.
I never believed in opening up a credit card. No.
Oh, yeah, he started first.
All right, well, actually, yeah. So before we even get into that, you gotta explain your story. How'd you get in? Because I know y'all been cool for a minute.
Man,
Oh, third grade.
Third grade.
Ace
third grade.
Told me cut the chick off for the shit balloon.
Damn, third grade.
Don't
Yo,
sue me, Puffy. or
Friendship
Diddy,
is a
whatever love
beautiful
name it is.
thing. Friendship
Yeah,
is a
third
beautiful
grade.
thing.
Yeah.
Black people uplifting each other.
Yeah.
Third grade down.
Yeah,
Since the third grade.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Kingswood. So I got into. I always knew I wanted to do it, and so he was ahead of me in getting his real estate license, and so sometimes I can be very, very laser focused on things. So I was like, man, I want to, and I'll have this grand, and this is a lesson for everybody involved. Sometimes you gotta massage your plan, because you know they like when they say God's plan for real. You tell God your plan, and then he laughs and he goes his own course. So my plan was I'm gonna get my real estate license. I'm gonna get settled in that. Then I'm bringing the credit joint with it, and I'm gonna be good. Man, I was traveling so hard and then dealing with Atlanta that it took me a year to get my real estate license, because I had to keep extending it, because I did it online. We ain't trying no companies out no more because they ain't paying nobody.
No.
And yeah. But I did it online. Get my real estate, like, yeah, they gotta pay us now. Stuck in the middle, you gotta pay them people, man. And yeah, somebody got to send a check somewhere, man.
Somebody. Yo, we happy with the text. Yo, somebody, anybody.
Yeah, somebody. And so it took me a year to get my real estate license, so that delayed everything. But I really should have been doing my credit thing. But anyway, so I'm starting to get my real estate license. The moment I got my real estate license, I hit him up, and me and him wasn't even speaking at the time, because of some messed up stuff with Atlanta. Atlanta, man, Atlanta helped us, hurt us, and then helped us up more. So we got a real comeback story for real. And so I hit him up like, man, F that, I gotta go with my man. So I hit him up and say, yo, you still having people on your team? He was like, yeah, what's up? I was like, send me the link. I'm in. I signed up immediately. So that's how I got in, because I know he don't do no funny business. I know whatever he in, it's straightforward. He don't play around. And he do the same thing about me. Whatever I'm in, all right, whatever, we gonna run. And so I got in because I know he was doing it, and I didn't even know how much money he was making at the time. I wasn't even worried about that. I just like the energy. If your energy right, I don't care if you making negative dollars at that month. I know you going somewhere because your energy right. You passionate about it. So that's how I got in the credit jump. And I've been in the profit probably the last 7-8 months. I'm total profit now.
Damn.
No matter what, I'm profit.
Dude.
I'm Gucci.
I took literally $288
Yep, $288,
to sign
man.
up, and it has made me in like, it'll be 2 years in February on the 18th. That's this month. Damn,
Yeah.
February.
Yeah.
18th on the 18th,
about a
I
week.
made about $122,000.
Yep, $288.
$288.
Man, you better edit that out.
I don't even know the percentage of profit that
It's stupid.
$288.
It's like investing in Amazon
Dude,
10 years ago, basically.
It's insane. And I got business partners where I had months where I remember the first 9 months I started doing the business. On the 9th month, I made $10,000 in 1 month. And my business partner flew down here with his team who I signed up with because they in Detroit. They flew down here to support me because they was like, you got to do speaking
Shout out to
engagements. I was like, man, I'm not a speaker. I don't like doing that. So they was like, we're going to fly down there to help you. And I shared with him. I said, man, I made $10,000 this month. I'm killing it. He said, you made what? I said, $10,000 this month. He said, he patted me on the back. He said, man, you ain't doing it right.
Damn.
You doing something wrong.
What?
So we got business partners in this business where they making $28K a day.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
They making 20,000. Some making 20,000 a week. Some making 300,000 a month.
So we look at our money like, man, we gotta get some bag. And it's not even, and like you said, he still got a Nissan Maxima. I got an Acura TL. We ain't even flexing out here right now because we waiting for the bigger picture. We pull up in G-Town with the boats. You know, like it's bigger, man. It's bigger than this bullshit, honestly. Like we trying to get into different rooms, man. You know.
It's not all about flexing for the
No,
dollars.
not at all.
Your credit is going to take you to that next level.
I think I got on Calvin Klein right now.
To that next
And
level.
yeah, we got some high dollar shit, but on a regular basis, man, that shit don't even matter, man.
Bruh.
People want to be around that energy, man. They want that energy.
Man, what I start finding, I start getting way more recognition, a lot more respect and notoriety. Cause see, it's a difference between popularity and notoriety.
Truth.
You know what I'm saying?
Huge.
Popularity is when they know you. You know what I'm saying?
clout.
Yeah,
Notoriety
exactly. They respect
is
you,
when
man.
they know your work.
Yeah, they respect it. Yeah.
When you adding value and impacting
Yeah.
people's lives, and that's what this credit is. Because some people might be in a position and they unsure what to do, or they feeling down and out. Because credit, man, it affects your emotional state.
Yeah.
It's like it affects your inner morale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you got your report card and you got a C or a D, you felt like a loser. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's real. It's real
It
talk,
make
yo.
you feel like less, but you might not know exactly what to do. That's why we helping people. And when I start saying the more impact you have, more value you add to somebody's life, teach them something new that's
Yeah.
going to impact their life and take their life to another level.
Yeah.
Man, it's so rewarding and
Yeah.
gratifying.
Ain't no money to put on that.
We used to honestly do this for free.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't even know you could get paid for
Yeah.
doing this. Like,
Yeah.
because it's honestly become your passion. You
Yeah.
see it. He got a text message from his, and I be sharing text messages
Yeah.
that I be getting all the time. He got a
I just
text
sent it
message
today.
he showed me from his coworker who just signed up 30
This
days
is
ago.
I don't call nobody my boss no more, but this is my manager's manager.
And this is how we sharing it. We at work at our full-time job,
Yeah.
and we still are signing our coworkers up. So sometimes I might make $1,000 while I'm at my full-time job. I do accounting for Pepco. I might make $1,000 from somebody I talked to 5 months ago.
Yeah. And that's what happened
And
with
then
me.
they
Yeah.
text me and say, hey, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And I send them a link. I get paid. I bring them on, show them how I'm helping people build their credit.
Yeah.
Now they're going to get their credit fixed. They're going to make some money. They're going to be doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm going to coach them,
Yeah.
teach them. And that's why I got a whole team of like 300 people.
My
Plus.
man had a 660. He hit me up yesterday. He seen the job. I'll show it to you too. And so he was like, man, I'm at a 718 now. Do you think this is real? And he saw it. He was like, I don't know. I'm like, bro, you in the program now, bro. We working. It's only been 30 days. I said, how many payments you made? He said, 1. He said, my second one might be coming up. I said, yeah. He said, damn, D. I said, that's what I like to hear.
$89.
Yep. Let's roll.
$89.
Let's roll.
That's all it takes.
Dog.
Latte.
Hey.
So I'm gonna end it off like
Okay,
this,
my man.
right? Let's dispel some credit myths.
Okay,
And I'm gonna
yeah.
start, like I said, I'm gonna start with myself. Right? And I don't know if this is true, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I'm gonna correct you.
I never felt like I needed to open up a credit card, and here's why.
Okay.
I didn't want to. The first thing was, you're right. I may have not been disciplined. Right? I couldn't ensure that I was gonna make that payment, even if it was $25. My income was not dependent, or I didn't feel that my income was strong enough to make that minimum payment. So I felt like, you know what? I tried a couple credit cards. I closed them. I can't do the credit card thing. However, I went and got a car note. I want to put my name on something so I make sure my credit going up. Is it important to have a credit card?
Yeah.
Or not have a
Indubitably,
credit card?
indubitably. It's more. It might be more important than that car. No, you need
it's
different.
Not even might.
Yeah,
It-
well,
I'm
it is.
about
Yeah.
to, let me answer this, and I'm
Okay,
passing right
okay.
to you. This is what makes credit cards different from
Installment.
installment
Yeah,
loan.
yeah.
So a car note or a house or a personal loan is an installment loan because you can only pay it down or at worst, you just won't pay it.
And it's a set amount.
And it's a set amount. So you bought that car for $20,000. You make your payments, and it starts decreasing. The price that you owe, the money you owe, starts decreasing. But with a credit card, you can open up a credit card. They give you a $5,000 limit. You can take the limit to $5,000, bring it back down to $1,000, take it back up to $5,000. You can run it up and down. They call that revolving credit. So it's kind of like you got somebody's bank account in your pocket. So they want to see how you manage somebody else's money.
Are you disciplined?
Because that's going to tell if you're disciplined with your own money. Because a lot of people look at the credit card, and this go back to what you said, you wasn't comfortable paying it back because you're not looking at it like it's your money.
Yeah. And
you looking at it like it's free money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's even more important. The credit card dictates your credit score more than a house, more than a car.
So what's the makeup? Is it 30%? What is it?
Well, it's. I don't think they have a ratio of what a house or a credit card is like
in terms of
better or worse, but it just the credit card dictates the most. So a lot of people think not having a credit card and paying cash, because hip hop culture got us thinking you pay cash for everything, you drop cash for everything. But when you went to go buy your car, they looked at you like, why don't you just drop cash for this, Mr. Cash? Where the cash at? Oh, you don't got cash, so I got to depend on you pay me back. All right, let me look at your credit file and see who you pay back on time. I don't see nobody on here. So that means you might run off on the plug.
Yeah.
Plug don't know you.
Off on the plug line.
Hey, do you know Charles? I don't know. So why would I lend him $1,000?
Exactly.
Let me ask him and see if he's ever paid Charles back on time. That's all credit is. They want to see who you paid back on time, and they don't want to just see you pay him back once. They want to see years of payments. They want to see months of payments, and they don't want to just see you pay one credit card back. They want to see 2, 3, 4 credit cards. Then they want to see a house. Then they want to see a car.
Hold on. How many credit cards you got?
Man, I got about 20, including business credit.
20. I got 18.
Including.
Man, I got on my wallet right now.
Bruh, I got 5 in my.
You gotta keep from different reasons.
How you know which one to pull out?
You got Excel spreadsheets and all kinds of stuff.
I got 5.
Yeah,
I got 6 in my pocket right now.
That's what my wallet.
Business credit cards.
All credit cards right here.
You don't think y'all the scammers?
Just so you know, this is all facts. All right there, baby. Amazon come through. Costco
is just a game.
All of it. Barclays, American Airlines. We gonna run you. I got United. You know I travel. Let's roll.
We can flip a house on a credit card.
Home Depot. I'm gonna flip a house on that.
And this is why credit's so important.
Facts,
because
Nordstrom's, all
I be
everything.
having a lot of people that want to open barbershops, they want to open beauty salons, they want to start their own business.
Yeah.
And I be like, how much money do you need? Why haven't you done it? Man, I just need $25,000. If you had a credit card, one of my credit cards got a $30,000 limit.
Yeah, my
I can swipe a business.
3 right here with 30,000. And my limits right now, just look it over there. I got $213,000 in credit card limits. I only owe like 3,000. So I got 210,000 right now in this wallet right here.
How much you got? You got 20.
I got, total I got like 276.
Yeah, I got 213
available.
Right now.
276K.
I need to put this in perspective for y'all. I'm sitting with 2 black men, about half a million in credit.
Yeah.
This is important, y'all. These are gems. Take notes.
Yeah, man. Just help you stay afloat. I've had times where I didn't have a job for a year and some change.
I remember that. We was in DR.
No job.
Turned up.
No job. I went to Dominican Republic 8 times in 12 months.
Yeah, always.
And I had no job. And I was living.
The president.
And I was living. And I was living
Lil Wayne
by
say, bitch,
myself.
I'm the president, not the mayor.
And I was living by myself, paying all my bills, doing everything, still shopping, going to bars. Of course, when you ain't working, you gonna spend more money because you ain't even got nowhere to go during the day. Everybody at work, you spending money while people making money. So credit will keep you afloat and give you that comeback power if you ever fall off.
Yeah, and like I said with Atlanta, deal went sour because we had a lot of suckers in the mix. Credit, it was so vital to me to keep my credit going. I grinded this entire spring through now to make sure I didn't fall off my credit. And it rewarded me gracefully, everything when I got it all settled. and I'm so glad I didn't go under. I'm so glad I stuck with my list. I asked him a million times. I said, man, you think I should let my credit go on this one? He's like, man, I don't know. I said, bruh, I said, right now I got available this. And it's funny because I show on my Instagram, every week I get a check in the mail for $50,000 to go cash this at 3%. Every week. So you got the credit limits. You also got personal loans you can go get. So really, we probably go get $400,000 each. Yep. You just can. And so I was like, Dion, do you mess your credit up right now to get out of this, or do you stick it out? Do you find a way to sell this house? And I'm glad I stuck it out because now I'm back. And now after that, I can be anything, cancel whatever. And I hope you don't put that on me, nobody, but anything right now.
So let me tell y'all. Let me ask. This is my final question to y'all. Do y'all sitting where y'all sitting at now? Do you always feel like there's room for improvement on your individual credit scores?
Definitely. I mean, he told you he had 815.
Yep.
Right now I'm at like 700 and something because I've used my credit cards a little bit because I'm flipping the house, so I bought material and all that stuff. But of course, as soon as the house sale, I'm gonna pay all that off and I'm gonna go back up to 821 where I usually am. And but you can go to 850, so you can always. Your credit, all you gotta do most times is pay all your debt off, but keep your cards open. That's going to up your credit score alone. Most of the time, people don't realize that their credit score is low because they owe on a credit card, and they should just be paying all their debt off. But of course, they're not paying their debt off because they don't make enough money.
You want to stay under 30% utilization. That means if you have a credit limit of $1,000, you want to be under $300. I keep mine at 9%.
And honestly, 30% is like average.
Yep.
If you want excellent credit, you need to be in between like 3 and 10%.
Facts.
And the closer you get to 1%, that's when your score gonna be through the roof. They want to see you. Banks only really trust people who have money available, but they don't need to use it.
And I can't think of I can't think of the gentleman who was the late night talk show host. I can't think of him right now. Johnny Carson. And he said he made a joke, one of his late night jokes, and this is a guy who Jay Leno followed up. I know our generation's a little young, so Johnny Carson, who Jay Leno followed up or whatever. Now I think it's Conan or somebody. And basically, Johnny Carson said a bank is a place you go to get money when you don't need money. And they only want F with you when you don't need the money. And it's kind of like, and I'm not gonna go about that. But
he about to go to relationships now.
Yeah, they only want you when you don't need them. It's like everybody want that energy. You don't need me, I want you more. Credit's the same thing.
Yo, y'all heard it here first, man. My mind is blown away.
Credit Kingpin, I'm His Majesty. We call this the royalty of credit. I just made that shit up too. I just made that.
Yo, y'all sitting here, man. I'm sitting here with Jeremy, and I'm sitting here with Dion.
Thanks for having us, man. This is great, bro.
Once again, make sure that you shout out
man.
Y'all Instagram names. Where can they follow you?
His Majesty 5611. His Majesty 5611.
Mine is Credit Kingpin Beneficial. It's credit CREDIT _ Kingpin KINGPIN _ Ben BEEN official OFFICIAL.
Dang, you almost forgot how to spell it.
That's a lot of letters.
Well, you make so much.
Can I
had another Instagram page. It was Credit Kingpin official.
Yeah, that's. I was looking at that.
Yeah.
Man, that joke was getting so popular. I guess, man, somebody hacked in my account or something, and somehow my account got disabled. So I had to create.
They banned me for 4 days where I couldn't like nobody pictures. So all y'all who mad right now ain't like a picture, I could not. I was banned for 4 days.
Stop hating on these people,
man. Let us live, baby.
They out here getting good credit, big credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting next to $500,000.
We're gonna be millionaires in the next 3 years.
Yeah,
man. Watch, I'm gonna get my credit right, and I'm gonna be the next $250,000.
Run with us.
Credit.
Run with us.
All right,
we give you all the cheat codes.
For sure, man. Once again, I'm your host. I'm Sir Charles, aka Capo. You're listening and watching to Stuck in the Middle podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you saw. Be sure to follow these two gentlemen. Get your credit right, y'all. It's important. But once again, shout out to Flex, shout out to Tutu, shout out to Ma, shout out to Cheery, shout out to AK. Yo, we out here. We doing big things. SITM podcast. We out.